fire, so really difficult for Morphling.
Well, stun up onto Resolution here. The Frost Shield going to slow him down as well. This guy is just not moving anywhere. Resolution, but he does get the blink away to the creeps, so will survive for the time being.
He's going to need some help up here. He's not going to be able to lane up against this Slardar Lich just by himself.
Yep,
struggling a little bit.
Puppey now kind of registering that no one's coming up for Resolution, so he's just going to continue harassing. And Rezo really won't get a look in on this lane.
Oh, the
now,
gaze?
actually, yeah, the gaze comes out. Zai, does he have a stun? Yes, he does, and they will take down Resolution up in the top lane. Secret doing very well as things stand right now. Now, Forward, I feel like they need to find some kills here as AU taking a bit of damage on this Tusk. Yeah, taking quite a lot of damage. Universe coming in with right clicks. The Snowball comes out, but it's to SVG, so not sure it'll take him far away enough from the danger, and NSS gets the right click off onto AU there to find the kill.
You said it, but at the same time, like, it's only the Tusk. I mean, he's quite happy to take the flak there, especially against 3 heroes. You know, he knows they're winning top lane pretty easily, so yeah, it looks like Rezo has TP down to the bot lane now to try and farm, so bet Universe to make that rotation towards the top lane soon.
Well, Nisha just trying to get his harass onto Yuar there, but just doesn't do it. EU may be in trouble again. SVG out with the Fire Blast, Poison Touch as well. A beautiful shard, but it's not enough. The poison ticks him down all the same.
Yeah, you've got to be so careful there when you're the Tusk, especially when you've just TP'd back in. You know they've got 3 heroes down here, well 4 at the moment, but they are going to want to contest that bounty rune with the numbers advantage.
Absolutely. We'll go for a cheeky shrine just to get their mana back, because this is a very mana-dependent lane to get the kills. And actually, Resolution now TP's down to his bottom lane. He's getting jealousy over his Dazzle. I would like the same attention, please. Meanwhile, Puppey will just stroll to an easy rune.
Yeah, this mid lane's crazy as well. Like you see at the moment, I think they realise how important shutting down Nisha's Morph is, so they start to rotate down. There's so many heroes
now
in this mid lane.
Now the gang comes in with the middle lane. Stun is out, but the Strength Morph is already there from Nisha. Forward, though, they're coming in hard, but they're not going to get anything for it as the waveform away.
Universe just instantly TP stop. He's like, okay, whatever. We messed up the gank. Let's just go back to farming.
Yeah, I mean, at least they got Nisha to TP to base with that waveform TP out, but...
Yeah, but that's true, but at the same time, Puppey's here already to be able to cover the lane. Like, he's just soaking up the XP. It's not like Secret losing anything too much here. Puppey left top. It doesn't matter because I was left by himself to farm that lane anyway.
So they're going to try and leave Resolution solo versus the Lone Druid now, which, I mean... Again, doesn't feel like the dream for Resolution, but...
Yeah, I mean, especially now the Druid has level 5 as well, so there's the chance for the root to come out.
Right, there come the slows, there comes the stun from SVG, but the TP in from IUML, they do force the rotation from the Tusk, so at least there may be 3 heroes in the bottom lane, which maybe ruins the kill potential on this onto Resolution down here, but the Lich is coming in down at bottom.
That's the power of the double bracer, isn't it, on this ladder? It's so difficult to kill these big tanky heroes now that we see so often. Go for those double bracers like the Sand Kings, the Slardars, even the Brewmasters.
Yep, stun out again, Poison Touch, Dual Breath as well thrown onto Zai. It's quite a lot of damage to take him down, and Forward, well, they feel like they need this kill, so they're going to go quite deep for it. In comes a tag team from AU, going to slow down SVG. He feels like a man on a mission alone as a Dual Breath comes through, but Zai just pops a salve, and it's going to be absolutely fine. Forward really struggling to make things happen with this tri-lane up here in the top.
Yeah, they're desperately trying to make kills happen, aren't they? Like you say, but they can try and pressure the tower a little bit here, especially with the catapult spawning from the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, but just clawing on the ankles of Zai, and he doesn't mind, well, the tail, I guess. He's a fish after all.
They're going to go on him again. Tanky Ogre just doesn't care about the tower at all.
He's just taking tower hits, no biggie. We'll get the ice shards off on Tim. Stun as well, SVG. He actually turns around to get the slow. This could be a mistake as the Shadow Wave healing up a bit, but SVG does take a fall as Puppey TP's in.
Oh wow, the Radiant actually lost their bottom tower already as well. Lone Druid taking that one, so...
Jesus.
Forward.
7 minutes 40 and the bottom tier 1 will fall. Mid one. He's getting carried away here, and looking at these net worths, he's well ahead of the Resolution. I mean, he's getting a bit, probably more than he should, considering he's been solo laning pretty much the whole game, but still, this is your PA, this is your #1 carry.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, the thing is he can always just farm with daggers, so there's not really much he can do to stop the Druid from taking his tower, but he can always just farm far away from range.
Looks like Forward thinking of going on to that Morphling as he goes for double damage.
Yeah, this Dazzle's not a mobile hero.
They're going on to Universe here. Snowball comes in, get them both inside, and now with the stun out from Zai as well, the shards are out, and Universe, he's staying alive a little bit longer than one. The Shadow Wave, it's not enough though. He's going to fall.
Yeah, fantastic rotations by Secret, and they know as soon as the supports aren't showing up in this top lane anymore, they're probably going to be roaming around trying to go somewhere else and look for kills, as they have been all game so far, so it's so easy to pick off that Dazzle. Up in the top lane, there's not much you can do there, unfortunately, especially without the point in Grave.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you never see these grave points early on anymore, but, you know, it's still very, very tough for him to stay alive even with the Shadow Wave levels. And, you know, he's going for the more aggressive build to try and get these kills with his other heroes, but, you know, they've only managed to get 2 so far. Meanwhile, stun out in the middle lane, but the Frost Shield is there from Puppey.
And Nisha is so quick with his morph timings as well. Whenever he sees any kind of threat, he instantly starts morphing strength, and so difficult to deal with.
Yep, nimble old Nisha. Meanwhile, he turns into the DK, but he's being stunned up, slowed down as well. The fire coming through, but he does have the morph back available. Will use it, and the DK's actually the one in trouble as the stuns are out onto Yawar, and he gets taken down. Secret with the turnaround, now looking for SVG as well as Zai coming up onto that high ground, saying hello. He gets a bash off as SVG's mid-animation. Nice ice path from MSS will buy SVG a little bit more time.
He's got that bash coming.
Yeah, and there it goes. So much damage.
And mid one actually brings down Universe in the top lane as well. And this is the power of the Druid, and what the panel was saying, it's so easy the way they play this game, where they just move from objective to objective. They can look to go in towards Roche at some point soon as well, with the Slardar especially. Lone Druid just in complete control of this game at the moment, it feels like.
Yeah, he's very much ahead, and Zai as well. I mean, as we see here, he gets the stun off again onto SVG. SVG can't cast any spells. Resolution is coming in on this one, but I don't think he's got nearly enough damage to take down Zai, even with the level 8 as they play Ring Around the Rune, but fortunately, the SVG will die to Zai all the same, and Rezo, all he can do is watch.
So much space being made by Zai here as well, just for Nisha to try and catch back up again. I mean, I say catch up, he's only just behind the PA, but you are doing a decent job in mid lane, shutting him down at least a little bit.
Well, it's a 3k gold advantage for Secret at this 10-minute mark. So I gotta feel a little bit sweaty on the side of the Foward team, but you know, they still have that PA, they've got the big damage. If they can find a big jump onto Nisha or onto the Druid, then maybe they can start to turn this one around, but it's a big ask.
How do they kill the Druid though this game? Like, what's their initiation? They have this PA that can jump in, and they've got this poison touch from far away. But until DK comes online with some kind of tempo control item like a Blink or a Shadow Blade, it's going to be so difficult for them to deal with mid one, especially when the bear could just savage roar them away.
Dual breath poison. Oh, Rezo being hunted by Zai here. And I'm not entirely sure Zai's actually, I mean, he's not really leaving Rezo alone. I was going to say this might just be a bit of harass, but this is Zai kind of just pounding on Resolution here, and Rezo's just going to have to run away from him.
Why stop? He has that ward down, he knows if anybody's TPing to the shrine, so just keeps the harass up for a little while longer.
Keep going. Keep it going. Daz, of course, going for that Necro book, as we see so often.
Yeah, Universe is really suffering in terms of net worth here as well. Had 3 people in his lane trying to find those kills, and when it doesn't happen, Secret's cores all just farming lanes at the start of the game. They're just scaling so much better at the moment.
Well, Yawar will get a lot of damage up on this tower with the Poison Dragon form, and SVG comes in to secure it as well, but Nisha's making his way over. An adaptive strike, but...
Yeah, I feel like these supports on Foward need to try and play with their DK more. You know, he's the big tempo controller at this point in the game. He's your strongest hero.
Jumping forwards on Nisha. This is aggressive. Snowball coming in as well, but there's the Ice Bar from MSS. Meanwhile, Zai coming into the side, trying to take down SVG. The Ogre Magi is in trouble. Does get healed up by Universe, but SVG, he's going to fall. Meanwhile, AO is dropped as well by Foward, so they do get a return kill.
Rezo wants more here.
Zai hiding in the trees. Look at his positioning here. They're ready to go on this. He looks for Universe, jumps onto him. Here's Zai on the Slardar, but gets frozen up by MSS. Held in place. You are just sitting on the front line. So tanky. Zai could be in trouble. Resolution jumps in. They get the kill onto Zai. That's a 6 times kill streak.
They need to keep going here. They really want more.
I don't think they're going to stop, but can they actually catch him? Well, Rezo with the jump forwards. Nisha, where's that waveform? He doesn't have the mana for it. Does have the strength morph though.
Oh, he changes to in treads.
Yeah, and that'll get him up that hill to the shrine as the PA jumps herself away. And does look like this will be the end of Foward's advances here. Only finding that Slardar, but still pretty big.
Yeah, but fantastic rotations from Foward. They really need to match the aggression of Secret whenever they look for these fights early on. Rezo picks up a DD in the top rune as well, so...
I mean, they doubled their kill score for from that fight, so, you know, it's pretty nice.
True.
And now it's a DD, Rezo, level 10. Let's see what this PA can do.
Yeah, fantastic. This is what I mean. They finally start playing around the DK. They've got that big tanky frontliner to absorb a lot of the damage for them. And, that Slardar is much more difficult to kill the Dragon Knight than any of these supports that he's been murdering across the map.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Nisha, we'll just get back to farming right now, but that does put Resolution on the top spot of net worth.
Yeah, he's doing okay, and like we said before, Foward play really well with this PA. They played it 6 times in the qualifiers, their most played hero. So
SVG getting stunned up by Zai once again, but Resolution coming to the rescue. The crits, is it enough? I mean, Zai just wants the kill here, but MSS is in with the ice path. They're actually going to get the kill onto SVG, and Zai does die as well. I feel like Zai is very much kamikaze, just in it for the kills right now.
yeah, but the buff to Slardar, there's now a little bit more room on the river because of where the rune is. So, you know, you've got to play around that Slardar.
Oh, yeah, just a swimming fish, which is still one of the changes I don't really kind of got, but whatever. I guess it makes sense lore-wise, you know. Fishes can swim, the river is water.
Oh god, don't start about lore.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's lore or basic, well, knowledge really. So Yawar will take down this top tower. 100 gold and a bit more map control. Yeah, meanwhile, look at where Secret are positioned though. They're very aggressive right now.
Yeah, they really want to play around the spotlight area of the map where a lot of their vision is.
In fact, they're taking a tier 2 with mid 1 and Puppy here.
Yeah, they know that they're really struggling to deal with the DK at the moment, so wherever he TPs, it's very difficult for Secret.
Rezo getting jumped on by Zai, but of course, we know what Zai's up to. He's just chasing people down, hitting people in the face, and being annoying.
And he did actually go Vlad's on the PA, by the way, which is something we don't normally see, but up against this high physical damage coming out from Secret, that extra bonus armor coming through from the Vlads is really helpful for Rezo.
Is this a bear build? He's going for the Radiance. Okay. I think we've seen them do this once or twice before. Not common right now, though.
We had the Lone Druid expert on the panel in Bulldog, and he was saying that he didn't really think this build was viable, but
yeah.
I mean, mid-one going for it here.
Where are you now, Bulldog? Well, in comes a snowball onto MSS. Zai is here as well. This may well be a dead dragon. SVG is too late to save his comrade.
And off goes the fish down the river again.
Yeah, just shooting off at a million miles an hour. Cool. He's loving life. Is Zai going to leave the river?
No, never. Why would you?
Yeah, true.
Sitting at home, you know.
My river.
And there is the blink coming out on the courier for the DK now, so they might look to try and smoke up very soon around that blink timing.
All right, let's see some action from Foward here, as it does feel like they're starting to show some life in this game, but still quite far behind. They need to find some momentum, but of course, they have this P8, now they have the blink DK. They got their work cut out for them, but going to go on to Zai here. In comes the Macropie with the Ice Path as well. Foward, they stun up Zai, but Zai getting away pretty quick here. Chain Frost going to work on Foward here, slowing them down so much, doing a ton of damage actually to the support in the back. Yawar, meanwhile, happy to take this front lines, but not getting a whole lot achieved here.
Again, it's the same thing though. They're playing around this dragon form at the front, and looks like they've pinged out the Roche pit here. And
okay.
I mean, this is the problem with the Druid build though. If you go for this Radiance, so much of your net worth is just saved up that you don't have any items available at the time.
I mean, this Roche is going to fall pretty damn quick, but of course, Secret are very well. They just go on to AU there, taking him very low. He does have the snowball, but now Yawar jumps forwards. They've got the Ice Path as well. The Tusk is dead, and Foward will pick up where they left off, despite Zai still swimming around the Roche pit.
Mid-one is pushing this bot lane in pretty hard though, so Foward have to get back and deal with this. Don't really want to be trading damage on your tier 3.
Meanwhile, they've stunned up Zai, but of course they've had trouble with him in the past, and they do now back out as they realize that they have to send SVG back to defend this bottom lane.
A good try by Foward though, and they get a kill pick off onto the Tusk from it, so that's something.
Yep, absolutely. And Rezo, what's he going for? He's going for the Desolator build. Yeah, pretty classic, other than the unconventional Vlads, but good. Oh, nice blink away from Zai, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough here, but in comes a stun. Actually, Rezo thinking of turning this one around. He jumps forwards onto Puppy. Puppy, though, with the Sinister Gaze. Is it enough? They bash up Rezo, but down goes Puppy all the same. Now, Rezo will try and make it to the trees. Nope, never mind. Blinks back to MSS. Playing around Zai pretty damn well. Now Yawar blinks, it stuns up. Resolution gets on top of that fish and, well, gets a double stun off, which is going to buy him a little bit more time, but all the same, Foward will be having cod for dinner.
Yeah, Zai trying to run around the map and make space here, but when you have this Druid that's farming and the Morphling that's just trying to farm as well, there's so much reliance on Zai to make these plays across the map, and it feels like they're really punishing him at the moment.
Nisha heading for that Lincoln Sphere. Doesn't really... I guess the instant initiation from the DK is really scary for a Morphling who just needs to be able to get that strength morph off every time, so yeah.
That's their main way that they're going to be able to kill the Morphling this game.
Yeah, and also if you look as well, beyond that, they've got no real instant stuns there, so it should be a pretty safe game for Nisha once this Linkens is up.
I mean, they have the Ogre, but it's not quite the same. Like, he has quite a long animation on his stuff. So.
Yeah, it's all about the animation. SBG, though, being hunted here. The Chain Frost even being committed. Snowball as well up onto the high ground, and that is going to take down SVG.
I love how Puppy says, no, that kills mine.
Yep.
You're not going to have that one, eh?
I committed my Chain Frost to it, come on.
And there you go, there's the Deso on Rezo, so his physical damage output will be much higher now.
And also drums on MSS as well.
Okay.
Taking the 4 position on this Jakira and the 5 position Ogre. One gonna take a dagger here as Resolution. Actually jumping forwards onto this one. I mean, I don't think he doesn't have the radiance yet. And Midwinter dropping really low here. Resolution just needs one more hit. He gets it as he blinks away from the Fit. Nisha though coming in. The PA Mark II and now turning back to that Morph. He's fairly low himself, but the punch comes out. Resolution taken care of. However, Puppy might die to Forward Gaming. Yep, they do find that kill, and now they've actually got Nisha stunned up here pretty thoroughly, but he comes out, starts more from that strict MSS. Not sure how to get away from this one. He's trying to make his way around the tree lines, but AU is there to play fielder. Meanwhile, Yoa jumps forwards, but Nisha is such a big ask for him. Nice blink away to just dodge the stun there, but the snowball comes in. Yoa chasing forwards though. This is scary. And Universe as well with the bad Juju stack stacking up. They're doing so much damage to Zai. One more right click will be enough, and Universe finds that kill onto the Slardar. Yeah,
Nisha managed to bait away so much attention from Forward there while he was strength morphing for a lot of that, and I think Forward quickly realised they weren't going to be able to bring him down, so change target, they bring down the Slardar as well.
Yep, and the tower will be their trophy. They now need to get themselves out. So Snowball comes forwards onto you, are not going to be anywhere near though. Although
Nisha's coming in though.
He is coming in quick.
He's got that strength morph going.
Out, yeah, there's the shards as well, going to block him off the Sinister Gaze,
Oh,
but beautiful Ice Path for the Macro Power as well. Really chases back inside the Secret now. You are so much space to get away from this one. And, well, Rezo is back, but he's actually up top. He's in the Roche pit, actually.
Oh, he's actually looks like Secret aren't really aware of this either. They don't have any vision around the pit, so Foward are just trying to make space down here in the meantime.
Yeah, maybe they might have an inkling that something's going on because the PA never came to that fight, but it doesn't look like it right now. And they are quite focused on getting mid one online.
Yeah, I think they're quite happy to just let this game scale out. They've got these two really strong cores in the Morphling, in the Lone Druid, so there's not a timer on their lineup. Feels like the pressure is on Foward here.
Yeah, but, you know, with an Aegis in their pockets, definitely opens up some avenues to try and put some pressure on the Secret.
Or they smoke instantly out of the pit.
Yeah, AU is on the high ground. In goes Resolution, trying to blow him up quickly here. The Frost Shield is out. A beautiful chance again from AU to get himself away, and the quick snowball as well. Does that touch the stun? Well, you know what? Going on to Zai here instead. But they're out of targets, and the Fear lands nicely from mid one as well. Maybe they'll get a bear at the very least, but Forward Gaming, oh, Resolution's not done.
Ones, they're dropping.
They jump forwards, they're going onto this Lone Druid. Can they take him out? The Frost Shield doing a bit to negate some of the damage, but it's not nearly enough for the Macrofire, and Resolution take him out. Universe gets a kill, and now they get to work on this tier 2. Forward Gaming finding their feet in this game. I mean, it took them, it's their 5th game of the tournament, but finally we see a bit of life from them.
And they're just 5-manning, they're going, they've got this Aegis, they've got the DK form going up. And these cores aren't ready on the side of Secret, they're not ready to fight yet.
This has to be concerning. The Puppy and the crew.
There is a Crimson Guard up here.
Yeah,
this tower's still going down. And the mech's coming out for Universe as well on this Dazzle for the sustain.
Necrobook mech. Well, down to the low ground. Going to help Resolution out from that stun. Or I think he might have got pushed down there, not too sure. And they come with a punch actually. Rezo dropping low quite quickly. This might be his Aegis, it certainly is. Oh no, the Grave comes out.
Fantastic play by Universe. And yeah, they're just going to back out now. They wanted to try and force some rotations back. You see the bear in the top lane, getting some split push going.
Yep, just going to push down those towers, push down those creeps.
And that's the power of the Radiant Bear build that we don't normally see, isn't it? That you can just send it out to lanes, split push a little bit more effectively.
Yep. Midas Radiant now going for the Vladimir's offering on mid one as well.
Yeah, you really want that extra armor up against this PA at the moment. Any kind of damage reduction you can get on the physical side is going to help your team fights out massively here.
Well, that tier 1 tower not surviving very long.
Secret trying to smoke up behind the Druid there as he took the tower, but Forward not going to fall for the bait. They were just holding the high ground.
Yep, they are actually jumping forwards onto Puppy here, but a quick Ice Shards out from AU will keep him away.
Rezo wants this though.
He does, he's going in. He blinks forwards, feared up immediately though. They keep him still. Ice Path though, onto 2. That's fairly nice. Now they jump forwards and they will take down IU very quickly indeed. But the Chain Frost is going to slow him down a bit, but Resolution, he just pops that blow and runs straight forwards.
Yeah, that Chain Frost looks like it's going to be able to secure the retreat here for Secret, but Yua's hunting. He gets the stun off.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
He gets it, and Frost Shield is a fair amount on this already tanky hero. You are just not doing a ton of damage. Meanwhile, Rezo finding Nisha in the back lines here. It is a little bit. Meanwhile, well, Nisha gets a waveform up to the high ground.
Trying to escape to the left-hand side of Yua's hunting as well.
Yep, stun comes out. They can't bring him down in time, though, as he gets some more form. And now going for the strength as well. Waveform down to the low ground. Nisha surviving from 5 heroes there. That's quite impressive.
I don't know whether he timed out there on his ultimate form or not, but or whether it looked like he was still stunned up before he switched back.
Not too sure on that one. Well, he's just a little stacky, double stack. Might as well just take it. Universe will deal with this tower all by himself.
Yeah, this is the power of the Necro 1, like they were saying on the panel before the game. It's almost 100% uptime, only that 7-second downtime, so much pushing potential coming out from this Dazzle.
Forward again, still plenty of time left on his Aegis. They want to make use of that.
I'm surprised this PA is not going BKB, he's actually going Manta instead, so a little bit more greedy. Has to be wary of things like this Chain Frost coming through and the Slardar stun as well. Even the adaptive strikes from the Morphling.
Yeah, those could be awful annoying, especially for a PA who, you know, doesn't have... She relies a lot on this blur for her tankiness. Yeah,
the Secret at the same time, they've just been pushing these lanes out again with the Bear. So Forward have to go back, deal with this bot lane now with the PA. Just know how to keep this game going here. They just, like we said before, they need to extend it. They need to keep their cores farming.
Absolutely. Yeah, as IU now with the Blink Dagger on the Tusk as well. Should help them out in these team fights. I mean, Blink Tusk, that's some nice save going on, as MSS will just claim this rune for himself. Zai skates away down the river at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
It's so funny watching him outrun a PA dagger. I'll never get sold.
So, coming into the 25th minute of this game, pretty even scoreline. 1k gold advantage for Forward Gaming. Of course, they have the heroes orientated around this point in the game, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. They have to try and make things happen, but they haven't really been able to use this first Aegis as much as they wanted, though. You know, they've been group equals 5, trying to make these fights happen, but Secret just splitting the map up even more. And I think it's really funny. Oh, Ice Path.
Ice Path onto the Morphling, stun him up. Can they keep him locked down, though? It's only supports here, they're ganging up on him, but Nisha will be able to get away.
Yeah, and I think it's really funny to see teams on, like, the players on both teams just stacking up armor here. SVG has a buckler. Jakiro on it, MSS on Jakiro has a medallion as well. So they know it's all about the armor this game, one way or the other. It's
a physical brawl. This is fists and swords only. No silly spells here, except for that adaptive strike and I guess the Radiant sticking through as well. But definitely a bit of a physical fest as Midwon hiding in the trees here. Do they know he's coming down? I mean, Ford smoking down on this bear.
Yeah, they assume he's down here somewhere with his bear. They have that vision on the top half of the map near the Dire top shrine, so...
MSS, let's see the bear now. He knows that the Druid is nearby. Midwon just being very patient in the trees here. And, well, Forward will gang up. They want themselves 300 gold, and they will get it on Yua. Midwon just going to TP himself away.
I love how he just uses the brief fire at the end as well. He's like, this is mine. And he's actually going Radiance on the DK. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, well, you said it was a physical fest, so any kind of magic damage you can get has got to help out, surely. Yeah,
and the other thing we mentioned as well is that they're really struggling to deal with the tankiness of this DK at the moment, so having this Radiance on these really tanky heroes that you can't bring down easily, it means more damage over the fights.
Yep, the miss chance is kind of nice as well, right?
Very true, against all that physical damage like we said before.
We'll drop that now.
Nisha, he has the gold for this Skadi now. Maybe wanted to save for buyback. And they can't really get the courier down there at the moment with Forward on the hunt.
Midwon just sitting the bear in the trees. You will find it, but doesn't get the attack off in time.
Yeah, and with the pushing power of the 2 dragons, the DK and the Jakiro.
Yep. And that tower does not last long.
Not at all, and I think I just saw Reza queuing up a BKB as well now, so he's going back for that, just going for the slightly more greedy build, which I think is fine. He understands that Secret don't really want to fight at the moment anyway.
Is BKB greedy?
No. BKB's not greedy at all, but the Manta's greedy, I mean.
Oh, I see. Going for something before the BKB.
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha. We're on the same page now. No worries.
He's just going to send those Mantas up, scout the jungle, try and push the lanes out as well.
Split the creep wave, yeah. That's it as it may be, as Resi just farms and farms away, but I feel like Foward Gaming, ball is definitely in their court now, and they need to do something with it, because Secret are more than happy to wait this game out. They're the ones with the Lone Druid and the Morphling on their team.
Yeah, definitely, and we have mentioned that, but at the same time, I'm sure Rezo's not really scared about going late here. You know, especially with the extra attack speed from the Ogre Bloodlust, giving that PA the steroid, and we've seen so many games of PA this patch recently. We know the damage that can come out from this hero.
Secret, though, they're smoked up, looking for something here.
But you see Foward holding the high ground here, making sure they have the vision advantage.
This is a great movement by him, great call from Mr. SVG. Cool, calm, collected. Understand what Secret are trying to do here.
Both teams just hogging the high ground. You see War in the trees as well. That Roche has hit minimum spawn now. It looks like it's going to be a fairly quick one, so Foward, if they can keep holding this left-hand side of the map, as the Roche is going to spawn, they're going to have the advantage here. Secret are going to have to try and come over and at least, you would imagine, contest it.
I mean, you would think so, but I'm not entirely convinced they will. Surely they have to, right? Like,
you would think so, especially with this, you know, the PA coming out in the BKB. The PA is going to be, the BKB is going to be coming out in the DK soon as well. So when those dual BKBs come out, it's going to be very difficult for Secret to try and take a fight on their high ground.
Yeah, precisely. And then, yeah, here we go. A smoke up from Secret, so they know their timings, and once again, they might find something with these ones. But PA, don't be so. Go, Rezo with the blur actually, and now they just stun up straight away onto Zyper. In comes a snowball. Meanwhile, Rezo, BKB just takes out Puppy on the back lines and jumps straight into the fight. Nisha fighting up, MSS getting low. Resolution just wants to get out of this fight right now. Meanwhile, Nisha going in deep onto Universe here, dropping him low, but Resolution jumps onto Nisha, nearly takes him out, so low HP, but in comes the Strength Morph, turning back in to get that blur. Meanwhile, mid-one fighting up, he's dropping low, and the bear as well is gone, and down goes the hero itself. EU as well, he's gonna die.
Rezo's looking for more though.
Yeah, he's not done. They get onto the high ground, find this Slardar. Zai, he's dying again. Oh my god, you are blinking on the back line. Find the stun onto Puppy. Nisha, the last one left alive. Forward charge in, and he can't get the killers. Ayu actually comes in with a snowball and stuns up Resolution. Can they slow them down enough? Nisha blinking up to the high ground. Is the Morphling really going to get away from this Foward? They can't chase any further. Or can they?
What a play by mid-one. He sends the bear up to the high ground for Nisha to blink to just to help him escape. Rezo's going to go.
He's still on the hunt though, the two carries battling it out. Nisha changing back to the BA once again, using that blur, and I think he will have escaped. Meanwhile, Foward, they take themselves a bear at the very least.
I don't think there's a resummon on the bear now.
Certainly not, no.
Nisha's in the trees, they're pinging it out. And they get in time.
Oh, Nisha does escape. What an escape from Nisha. I mean, that is some possibly game-saving plays from Secret. That fight did not go well for them.
I mean, you saw they tried to jump on MNSS. It's Jakiro at the start of the fight, but he's so tanky, especially with that medallion. He's just beefing up, and they can't kill him off in time. That, you know, Jakiro is one of these tanky position 5s that are so difficult to bring down quickly. And with the Jakiro and the Ogre as well, who are you bringing down at the start of the fight?
Foward Gaming into the pit. They will take this Roshan and his Aegis and his delicious cheese and probably take to the high ground.
You would imagine so, and Shakira has this Solar Crest now as well, and you've seen with the new patch with the Solar Crest you can help buff up your carry even more, giving them attack speed now, so you thought PA was scary before. Wait until the double steroid comes out with the Bloodlust and the Solar Crest.
Well, Aya Scaddy and a Demon Edge on Nisha. Is it going to be enough? Wow. Take to the high ground here. Secret, where is your response? Stun up onto Resolution as they jump forward, taking them down. Yes, they can. Down goes EU, and Foward will continue the siege. The Chain Frost bouncing around, but not achieving a whole lot. The dagger.
Oh, Puppy.
Oh no, that feels bad. Now they jump forwards as well. Resolution dropping a little bit low, trying to kill Zai. Will find that kill, and now looking forward onto Nisha as well. Nisha is tanky, but not tanky enough. GG is called, and Foward will take game 1 versus Team Secret, defying expectations.
Yeah, what a performance from Foward. Everybody seemed to think that Secret had it, but 4 grouping up as 5 relatively early, you know, just taking over these team fights. And it felt like this Druid Morphling combo was just slightly too greedy, and they couldn't match this tempo that Foward were providing.
Absolutely no, and oh my god, Resolution, you know, people, they always look, when they look to Foward Gaming, they look to this man, and boy did he deliver.
Yeah, definitely, and this is what we were saying at the start of the game, they're so comfortable with this PA hero. They got destroyed with it twice in the groups, once by Miracle, once by Ame, and Rezo says, hold my beer.
Well, it's certainly turning into a tournament of defied expectations as Foward Gaming do take at least the first game away from Secret, following on.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
With Na'Vi and their victory to the upper bracket, so I mean, what else do we expect? Can they take the whole series?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, Secret, they dropped a game against Na'Vi yesterday. They didn't beat VP either, so especially, you know, with AU was standing, the panel were talking about how Yapsor's, you know, the big player on this team. They build their team around him, so Foward, they take game 1. Why can't they take game 2 as well?
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny, the panel were talking about how Puppy refuses to ban heroes that break him, and, you know, again, is he going to leave the PA? I don't know.
We'll have to see.
All right, well, we'll throw it back to Shiva and the boys after a short break. We'll see you shortly. Apparently not, actually. So not quite ready yet. But, you know, all right, so the PA, is Puppy going to ban it?
You would imagine so, especially with, like we said, it was the most played hero. So I'm sure Secret know as well. They'll have definitely done their research. So they have to be a little bit careful about that PA. And I don't think it was just the PA either. It was all this physical damage coming up. We talked about the tanky supports as well. How do you deal with them?
Yeah, and maybe we're underestimating Yawar a little bit as well with the quick blink-ins and the stuns. You know, he had a great game finding those openings, finding the initiations, and managing to shut down Nisha, which is no easy task.
Absolutely.
All right, now we will throw it over to the panel. Try number 2. Over to you guys.